Welcome friends to another video, and after a very long period of absence I decided to start making again videos in English because English is not my native language. I'm from Romania, so I speak Romanian, therefore all my videos are mainly made in Romanian, especially fragrance reviews, because there I can talk a lot more and I can share a lot of background in my videos. Therefore, my English videos are made, let's say, a bit downsized, less information, and I'm just trying to focus on the most important things. And today, as the title suggests, I have decided to talk about one fragrance for life. I've also made a video with 7 fragrances for life. So if you're interested, you can go ahead on my channel and search for the playlist GaVo Perfumery. And you're gonna have there a lot of videos about fragrances, although not at the same level of Romanian reviews. After a long period, I have decided to finally answer to this question that was going through my head, mainly because it's quite interesting to figure out what would you wear for the rest of your life if you could only use one fragrance. And because some of us have a lot of experience, a lot of experiences with fragrances, designer fragrances, niche fragrances, indie fragrances, and so on and so forth. I myself have been using fragrances for the past 22 years actually. So there comes a time in life when one should ask itself, what would I wear if I could only wear one fragrance for the rest of my life? And this is a very tricky and very difficult question to answer, mainly because you've smelled so many fragrances, you know so many scents, each unique to its own, and it's very difficult to pick just one from the whole bunch and to use it on a daily basis for the rest of your life. Nonetheless, for the past months, I have decided to do a short list with fragrances that I would wear for the rest of my life, and to pick just one out of this list to wear every single day, every single week, month and year, as long as I have to live. Therefore, before we get to the number one pick, if you want, to the all-time fragrance, I'm gonna give you 10 mentions. 10 fragrances that I consider I would use happily for the rest of my life. Number one is this one that you have in front. It's called Yuzu Man from the house of Caron. And this is an amazing scent based on yuzu and fig. It's very beautiful, it's very fresh, it's very luminous, and it just gives you a very nice feeling, very comfortable, very elegant, and very clean at the same time. Very good for, let's say, spring, but especially for summer, but also for fall days. Great longevity and projection, at least on my skin. So, first mention goes to Caron Yuzu Man. I highly recommend this one, especially if you love fig. Next one, it's a very beautiful fragrance. It's my favorite from the whole lineup. So this is mention number 2. It's from the house of Dior, and it's none other than Dior Eau Sauvage Cologne. I would wear this fragrance just for the amazing bergamot note inside. It's simply a masterpiece. It also performs really great on my skin, and it projects really strong. And this is a fragrance that's very clean, very elegant, and it's very good for hot summer days, for example. It just gives you a very nice feeling of cleanliness, and it's also very flexible in wearing. You can wear this one on a casual outfit, but also on a more formal outfit. Dior Eau Sauvage Cologne, my second mention in this list. Let's go to number 3. And this is, of course, from the house of Guerlain. This is none other than Lomi Cologne. Amazing fragrance. I simply love the way that Guerlain made the citruses inside this one. It's very creamy, very lemony, and also it combines with a very beautiful almond note. Amazing for warmer but also for hotter days. Very nice in spring, very beautiful in summer, but also very good in fall when it's still warm outside. L'Homme Ideal Cologne from the house of Guerlain, my favorite from this lineup. I also like L'Homme Ideal Sport, which is an amazing aquatic type of fragrance with good performance and a very nice scent. Let's go to the next one. This is from the house of Hermes, and it's none other than Terre d'Hermes Eau Très Fraîche. So, mention number 4, Terre d'Hermes Eau Très Fraîche, the amazing grapefruit combined with vetiver. Also, you have some petitgrain inside, not as prominent as the original Terre d'Hermes has. The vetiver is also a bit friendlier compared to the original one. This is why I truly enjoy Eau Très Fraîche. Very, very nice grapefruit note inside. So this is mention number 4. Let's go to mention number 5. Again, the house of Guerlain. This is a very sophisticated, very elegant type of fragrance, and it's L'Instant de Guerlain. Very beautiful. Very beautiful, very versatile, really nice smelling fragrance, and it attracts a lot of compliments. So I wouldn't mind wearing this one for the rest of my life. Mention number 6 from the house of Azzaro, and this is from what I consider to be the best lineup that they have, called Solarissimo. This is Azzaro Solarissimo Lavanto. Really nice bottle, but the scent itself is actually amazing. It's very green, it's very fresh. You have some basil inside, which gets combined with some very beautiful woody notes, especially cedar, and it smells simply great. It's like, I don't know, nature reborn, if you want, in a bottle. Very good performance, very good scent, very nice compliment getter, and it's very flexible also. Azzaro Solarissimo Lavanto. Let's go to the next one, and the next one comes from my favorite niche house, which is Acqua di Parma. And although I have a few fragrances from this lineup, from the Blue Mediterraneo line, my favorite one, basically the one that I would wear for the rest of my life, is Cedro di Taormina. Very beautiful, zesty, creamy Italian citruses combined with Italian cedar. Simply amazing. Beautiful, creamy, elegant, very energizing, and at the same time very elegant and very clean. It performs really great on my skin. It projects quite good also, but beware, this is a fragrance made especially for warmer and hotter days. So basically spring, especially summer, and also fall, it's the best moment to wear this one, Cedro di Taormina. I also have Mandorlo di Sicilia, which is a beast of a fragrance. I also have Chinotto di Liguria, Bergamotto di Calabria, Fico di Amalfi, of course. But Cedro di Taormina, for me, it's a fragrance that I would actually wear for the rest of my life. So this was another mention. Let's go to the next one, and this one comes from the house of Cartier. And although I also have the EDT variant, if I was to wear it for the remaining of my life, I would choose the EDP variant, L'Envol de Cartier. Honey combined with white musk, simply amazing. Very elegant, very beautiful, very seductive if you want. Great for formal meetings, but also for casual wear. This is an amazing fragrance that I highly recommend every man to have in their own collection, especially for those romantic dates, if you want, for cozy meetings. It's very, very well done with high quality ingredients. It doesn't project like a monster, but the longevity is really great. And most important, the scent. It's simply beautiful. L'Envol de Cartier, Eau de Parfum, but you can also try Eau de Toilette, which to be honest I actually prefer, mainly because it's a bit aromatic, it's a bit woodier compared to the EDP, but that one isn't as flexible as compared to the EDP variant. Let's go to the next one, and this is from the house of Issey Miyake. This is the fragrance that replaced in my preferences Bulgari Aqua Amara, and this is Le Supermajor d'Issey. This one replaced Bulgari Aqua Amara in my preferences, especially summer preferences, mainly because the salty note found in Le Supermajor d'Issey, it's a lot better to my nose and on my skin compared to Bulgari Aqua Amara. I simply love this scent, and wearing it in the summer is simply amazing. It's very refreshing, it's very cozy, it gives you a boost of energy at the same time. Just perfect. Longevity, it's very, very good. Also, projection is very strong. But again, this is on my skin. Le Supermajor d'Issey, I highly recommend you this one, but also the whole Supermajor lineup from the house of Issey Miyake. And next one up, this actually is, if you want, the fragrance that would replace the top pick if that one would be impossible to find and to buy anymore. And this comes from the house of Lalique. And although I have a lot of fragrances from this house and I love them all, also I have Ombre Noir, which is kind of a unicorn because you cannot really find it anymore and it's simply amazing. This one I truly enjoy wearing. Hommage à l'Homme from the house of Lalique. Violet and Oud. This is the main accord. On warmer days, or if you want in the summer, the dominant note inside is the violet accord. When it's getting cooler outside, fall and winter, the main accord is Oud. So it's a split personality type of fragrance. It performs really amazing on my skin, great longevity, and humongous projection at the same time. You can wear it casually, formally, I don't know, throughout the day, in the evening, at the office, it doesn't matter. It simply performs really great in every single scenario. This makes this fragrance to be very versatile, to be very flexible, and it attracts a lot of compliments. It's a compliment grabber. I simply love this juice. That's why I left it on the last mention, if you want, because this one would be the one that would replace my top pick. Hommage à l'Homme from the house of Lalique. I highly encourage you to give a try to all their fragrances because they are simply amazing, especially that they are quite affordable at discounters and retailers. Do give a try to their niche lineup if you want, to the Noir Premier lineup, because you're gonna find some really interesting jewels in that one also, and I highly recommend Terra Aromatique, for example. But if you are more into designer fragrances, such as I am, then this one should not be absent from your collection. Also, there is another one, a flanker called L'Hommage à l'Homme Voyageur, which is quite interesting at the same time. And finally, my top pick, the only fragrance that I would wear for the rest of my life, it's actually a fragrance that I've been wearing for the past 14 years, almost 14 years. I discovered it out of pure luck in 2007 when it was launched. I was in Italy, I was living in Italy at that time, and I was in a perfume shop sniffing around trying to buy some fragrances, and this one stood out the most to me, mainly because I love woody notes, and this one has something inside that at least on my skin and to my nose gives the exact same feeling as I don't know, you are sitting in a forest. And of course I'm talking about He Wood from the house of D Squared. This is discontinued along with all the other lineup, mainly because this Square decided 2 years ago to get rid of all their older creations. I also have the original Hue Wood, but for this video I picked up the Intense variant, which is exactly what the name suggests, an intense variant of the original Hue Wood. Simply beautiful fragrance. You have violet, you have cedar, you have guaiac wood, you have watery notes, especially in this one. You also have fir, you also have sandalwood, so there are a lot of woody notes inside. And the feeling that it gives you is that you are sitting somewhere in the mountains, in the middle of the forest, sniffing through that forest. It's very clean, it's very refreshing, very woody at the same time, very elegant, and if you want, it manages to induce a very good state of mind. Also, this fragrance on my skin lasts amazing. I usually get 24 hours with this fragrance on my skin in terms of longevity. In terms of projection, it projects throughout the whole wearing, especially if you do some activities and you get a bit warmer, then it starts to project even better. So this is the fragrance that I've been using continuously and buying at the same time for the last 14 years, almost 14 years. And I'm gonna continue to use this one for as long as I can, but this would be my top pick if I was allowed, for I don't know what reason, to only wear just one fragrance for the rest of my life. There's too many memories with this fragrance. It's, let's say, there were a lot of happy moments in my life when I was wearing this fragrance. So it's also an emotional connection between me and this fragrance. And most of all, I do enjoy the scent. Too bad that this Square decided to discontinue this beautiful, beautiful fragrance. They've replaced it with the new Hue Wood, which I also have, but unfortunately it's not the same thing. It smells okay, it smells quite good actually, but it doesn't stand a chance compared to the original Hue Wood or Hue Wood Intense. So this is my top pick and my, let's say, 10 mentions, honorable mentions, whatever you want to call them. But above all, this is the all-powerful king for me. This is my guilty pleasure. This is the one that I've been wearing for so long that I'm actually considering that we are married or something. And this I would also wear for the rest of my life. Thank you for watching this video, guys. See you in the next one. As always, be safe, be good. Peace.